Guys, it's Saturday. You know what that means. It's time for Saturday morning. You really thought it was Saturday morning summons? We got new monsters coming out. You really think it's going to do Saturday morning summons? So, we just got the Light Poison Master Hall of Heroes. A lot of people don't want to build a Light Poison Master, but they may be interested in how good the other Poison Masters can potentially be. So today we're going to take a look at the other Poison. We did take a look at the Light Poison Master a little bit. We took a look at the Water Poison Master a little bit. We'll take a look at the Water Poison Master some more. He's going to do a bunch. If we see him today, he is going to do a bunch of damage. So Dark Poison Master here is very strong. Dark Poison Master basically ignores, as we see the provoke on him. He didn't really care too much about the provoke. He basically ignores all of the harmful effects on him. Bombs, defense breaks, attack breaks, everything. Not that he's going to have that many harmful effects considering Veramos is taking them off, and whatever Veramos does not take off, Lulu will take off, but he ignores the harmful effects aside from stun and oblivion. The rest of the harmful effects he will just ignore completely, which is fantastic. Also, he's got a stun skill 1, he's got a defense break skill 2. We're going to see some more of him right now. I think this next player just likes playing with him because the opponent isn't really picking things that it's like, wow, I gotta bring Cade, the Dark Poison Master, in this specifically because look at all these debuffs they're bringing. So they're just picking him, I think, just because they like to... Revenge Elsharion. Revenge Elsharion is pretty nasty, especially against AoE things. Like, if you have an AoE control comp, well, we're not really talking about Elsharion today, but if you have a control comp and you have a triple Revenge Elsharion, it's pretty nasty when you have your AoE stripper and he comes in, he revenges, and he steals the immunity, and they're like, now I need another strip. He's revenging a lot. Oh my god. We're not really seeing too much Cade. Cade is on revenge. Cade makes sense on revenge because, like I said earlier, he ignores all of the harmful effects on him. So, like, if he's got a defense break, he's like, it does nothing to me. So you got to hit him more than you normally would. It was a fast match. We didn't really get to see too much from Cade here. I think they just like picking Cade in general. I feel like some of the people that are using these guys are just using them because they want to use them for every match regardless. So we've got the Dark... Well, this is the Dark Dalsim. Same thing as the Dark Poison Master. Dark Dalsim. Also, again, we have Elsharion. Although Elsharion is still good against the Fran, right? Elsharion makes sense. They have Fran there. There's two buffs for them to steal. So let's see. Dark Poison Master, or not, the Dark Dalsim. Okay, so here he's got a defense break. That should have killed him, except that he ignores the fact that there's a defense break on there. So again, and he's a defense-based unit. That's one of the things. So he's got a lot of defense. He can't take defense breaks because they don't do anything unless he's also Oblivion. This was actually a great showing of 2 units that would have normally killed anything else that had a defense break on them. And just this guy just ignoring them completely, ignoring the defense breaks, ignoring the poisons, ignoring the, well, basically, like I said before, anything that is not an Oblivion or CC, like stuns, freezes, sleeps. I think this is basically, I want to say I think this is basically game, but, you know, this is Summoner's War, and things have happened in Summoner's War that make me think that this is maybe not game. Okay. We got some... He's healed up to full. If he comes back from... There's no way he comes back from this. Yeah. GG. I forgot to mention a huge part of the Dark Poison Master and Dark Dalsim is that he actually increases, as we're going to see in a sec... Well, hopefully we're going to see in a second. He will increase the attack bar when he gets a turn of the allies based on the amount of harmful effects he has. So you're going to see some attack bar increases of these things as soon as he gets a turn. One of these days, as soon as he gets a turn. I mean, just based on this slow, there's not going to be a lot of attack bar increase, but we'll see it. Increase attack bar right there. Okay, so you got some defense breaks. He didn't get another turn, so Diana is still alive. And I think that this team actually, yeah, I think that the Dark Dalsim actually winds up losing, but at least we got to see a little bit more of the attack gauge increase because I didn't mention it before. Next up, we have the Water Dalsim, Water Poison Master, same exact unit. So this guy just does a bunch of damage. He has his passive that increases his damage by 100% if he gets a turn without getting attacked for 1 turn. Also, he gives himself an additional turn after that. We were using him in Giant Speed 12. He was doing that was Vertigo was about to revenge if he didn't get stunned. So gets an additional turn there, does quite a decent amount of damage to the Fran, even though she had a shield on her. So are they? I mean, this is basically already game at this point. They got 2 big damage dealers. The Mina is not going to do as much damage as Kyle is. He does more damage than she does. It's just she's faster, so she's going to turn cycle more. But at this point, I feel like between the both of them and getting additional... they're actually quite similar. Again, the Kyle does more damage, but the Mina is much faster. So at this point, just the Nana being on the field, that's... this is just adding insult to injury. He didn't even have a defense break. Didn't even have a defense break, all that damage. G2 Kyle now, by the way, this guy is a streamer over on Twitch. So they're going for a very fast, aggressive team on the left-hand side. Bans out the Oliver, bans out the 24 speed lead Tableau. Tableau does make sense with Kyle because that could award him many more turns than he would normally get otherwise. And that's not bad. That's really what Kyle is all about. You want him to get as many turns as possible because well, you want any unit to get as many turns as possible, but Kyle gets a lot stronger, a lot more dangerous when he gets a lot of extra turns. So between the Garuda and between the Tableau, that was going to give Kyle a lot more turns than he normally would have. Also, the Wind Rakshasa can potentially get a ridiculous amount of turns as well, but they just didn't have as much damage on the left-hand side. They had the control, they had the outspeed, but right-hand side player, Knight, was just like, okay, you know what? You can outspeed me. I don't have will runes. I'm not worried about the Gianna too much. It bans out the Oliver, so they really didn't have too much of a threat after that. This next one should be very interesting. So both these Inugami and the Hellhound are going to be super, super fast. I'm sure a lot of you have seen the comp already, but for those of you that haven't, it's a super fast Inugami Hellhound thing. Also, the Ciara or the other oracles as well increase their attack bar with skill 1. So teaming up with one of the oracles or multiple oracles. I mean, I'm sure you guys have seen this on Siege Defense as well, with multiple oracles and the Fire Inugami. They just increase the attack age so they get a turn next. So these things are just on super fast Swift. So they get enough turns to, even though the Verti-heal counters, they get enough turns to actually take that down, go through Triana's passive, and take down the 1 stack from Nana. So are they able to actually finish off the Nana even with the immunity? Is she going to just continue to have immunity? All those stuns. If they could take one of these units down... Oh, they didn't even go for the Hellhound. I thought they were going to go for the Hellhound. I figured they were going to go for the Hellhound because the Hellhound was going to be easier to take down because he's got much lower base stats than the Ciara does. Would that have been a better play with that getting a stack on Nana? I think they might have actually won if they were able to take down the Hellhound instead of going for Ciara. So we saw the Dark one, we saw the Water one. We're not going to see the Fire one. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but we are going to see the Wind one. Someone's decided that they wanted a YOLO and use the Wind Poison Master Jarrett in RTA. If you guys don't remember what he does, that's probably most of you. He does stuns and continuous damage with skill 3. He has a strip on skill 2, and then he has the same stun as everyone else on the skill 1. I was going to say the stun chance is not that crazy on skill 3, but it looks like it is unless he's on Despair as well. He could be on Despair. I'm not sure if they have him on Despair or Violent or whatever the case may be, because he did stun there too, so maybe he is on Despair. But are they going to... I don't think they're going to make a comeback here. Yeah, that's what they needed. They needed to kill with that one. So, at this point, that's GG. I'm calling it GG. The Jarrett's going to be able to... the Jarrett's going to be able to do enough to win the battle by himself. I never thought I would say that in my life. We found a total of 1 person using Heckerson, the Light Poison Master, in 20-star Special League RTA. So, Fran gets banned out. Mina gets... Not Mina. Me. I wasn't dramatized enough to know her name. So, they have no speed lead on the left-hand player's side. So, they get outsped, of course, by the Shimite 24% speed lead. So, I do want to mention something at the very end of this as well. Let's see if Heckerson can make this crazy comeback that they were hoping for. So, blocks beneficial... It was too late for that. Block benefit, they already have all the... It doesn't strip anything. They already have all the beneficial effects. So Heckerson didn't really do... I wish I could show you guys some more Heckerson. There's really not a whole lot of gameplay for Heckerson in Special League RTA, but there's a reason for that, is that who wants to use Heckerson in Special League RTA? He doesn't strip, he just blocks beneficial effects. He's not really anything super crazy here. Here is the kicker, though. Here's the kicker, is that if they chose... Instead of Heckerson, Ashubel, the Dark Sylph, they probably would have won that. He does block beneficial effects as well, but he also has a speed lead. So between the Yen Hong and the Ashir and that speed lead, they could have, I mean, I'm sure the Ashrubel would have been banned instead of the Miho. But if they picked Ashrubel, I would like to think that they would have won that. So just food for thought. Ashrubel versus Heckerson. Anyway, that's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you as always. Have a great weekend. It's the end of Saturday morning. So see you as always in the next one.